Got a little extra time today. What do you think, Wolfie? Be a little nosy out here? Man, I don't know how in the hell these people must have hung from a rope when they tagged this thing. Huh? It's just crazy up here. The old feed mill. You know, in the 1930s, during the Depression, when times were really tough, this used to be, around here used to be an old fruit warehouse for the railroad that would run down here. And I think in the 1937, something like that, there were about 25 people that were sleeping underneath of the floor, and they had overloaded the warehouse floor with cartons of fruit and stuff, and wouldn't you know, that whole damn floor collapsed and killed like 13 people. Got immediately just crushed to death in that for just trying to stay out of the rain and try to find a place to stay dry. I think in the annals of Santa Rosa, that was like the deadliest single day in history besides the 1906 earthquake, when San Francisco suffered much more per capita than San Francisco. The thing you have to remember about that is the 06 earthquake, it wasn't really the earthquake that did the damage, it was all the water lines were busted and everything, and then the sun goes down and those winds are whipping, and there was no water to fight fire, and it just leveled the whole damn city. And of course that's where Bank of America got their big name reputation. A.P. Giannini, who started the Bank of Italy, was the only one after the day after the earthquake. No, Wolfie, what the hell are you eating? What the hell are you eating? Are you kidding? Why don't you have a freaking beer while you're at it? There's still some left in the bottle. A.P. Giannini got out a card table, cleared off the top of it, and started making small loans to businessmen and all that. And then the legend was born of the banker with heart, and that was the beginning of Bank of Italy, which was later to change its name to Bank of America. You know, it is the company that was stupid enough to buy a countrywide mortgage just in time to go down the shitter. That's smart executive thinking par excellence. And I remember the day that they were talking about doing that deal, I said, these got to be the dumbest idiots in the face of the earth to grab onto an anchor that's gone down into the ocean. And damn if that didn't take Bank of America like almost to bankruptcy. $2 a share, but that's what kind of dope she got. Big time executives, but that was the glorious roots of Bank of America, was back in the San Francisco earthquake. But that was Santa Rosa's own tragedy. And of course we had many people crushed to death in the 1906 earthquake, and in 1969 we had another really bad earthquake here that, you know, almost destroyed the federal building downtown, and they ended up razing that building for building a shopping mall that basically cut the city in half, and people still moan about that to this day. But you can see outside, got the boy with me today. What the hell, I'm not even going to imagine what he was trying to eat back there. But you can see they're supposed to have some rain on the way tonight about 9 o'clock or so. What are you doing? Wolfie's chooching with his own sort of program here today. Doesn't he look pretty good though? He's been doing a lot better. I got to get back to treating that ear again. He does not like it when I put that medication on a Q-tip down the ear and everything. So, but he's looking a lot better, and he's chooching pretty good. It's a great weekend. It really was a wonderful weekend. I got so many uploads done on both channels, and if you haven't seen the economic update on the Murphy channel, check it out. I got a few people now that are happy to hear my blithering words every couple weeks or so about what's going on in the world. I'm no financial analyst, but I do know a thing or two about common sense as it applies to the to the financial world. And the uploads were fun. I got some more Moonshining Academy ones to go up there, and I got a lot of people that are really interested, not so much in watching one video that tells you about how to make a corn mash, but a whole series from stem to stern that just talks about all the theory and all that, so that people can actually enjoy and learn and learn on their own. But it's unusual to be out here on a cloudy day, isn't it? But this Monday was ragged, and it was busy at work, so I bailed out a little early today. Sitting there trying to think, what am I going to get for Jen's birthday? Coming up. I'm not going to tell you when it is. She can tell you if she wants, but mom's the word. I never give away any trade secrets. She might get the big spotlight out in my face and say, did you tell anybody anything? We have ways of making you talk and put on her finest German accent and everything. So, you know, it's not a bad way to go when you think about it. Under the hot lights. Let's oil up. But, you know, it's hard to know kind of what to get. You know, because you don't want to get something that's just going to be stupid and wasteful, frivolous stuff. So, got to think that out. And I hope you caught, I did the Trans Life vlogs today. That went up, and if you're not subscribed to the Trans Life vlogs channel, it's a great cooperative channel that Nicole G, who sort of is the administrator of it over in the UK, and Missy Jen and myself contribute to it. And every week we have various topics, and we're already in week 11. And we've got a good core of people that subscribe now. But this week's topic is safety and keeping safe in your community. One of the realities of being transgendered is that you have a real heightened risk of assault and stuff. And I've always been very blessed because I'm very passable and go as a woman. Oh, sometimes you open your mouth and think, oh, you know, just a chick with a Marlena Dietrich voice, you know, very deep. But for girls that don't have that luxury of passing without comment or a second look, it's a very scary kind of thing. And you got to really keep your wits about you, because there's a lot of people, still quite a few people, that are not chooching with that whole program of being transgendered and all that. And you can't force your way of life down on other people, but you do have a right to be safe and secure in your person. But a lot of times it's not. And then of course the big risk is when you think you're going to go out and party and then you tie on the drinks. You know, by midnight you're feeling good. Guy makes a move on you. Suddenly discovers that all the original equipment parts are not as they should be from the factory. And before you know it, you could be in a world of hurt. And it's definitely something where I always say that to a lot of transgender girls, alcohol, marijuana, things like that, sometimes can be a gateway to some real trouble. So when you're transitioning, it's one of the things I recommend, is to be safe. Don't be out there partying and all that stuff. And when your guard goes down, you know, guys get a few drinks in them and they start to lose their inhibitions. Boy, look at this setup, huh? You spend a night in Camp Oblivion down here. Really. We're not going to be able to walk down here in the month of December, that's for sure. There's a tent over there. One's got some laundry up. Yeah. Yeah. I feel sorry for homeless people, but there's a lot of services that are available in this city, but they don't want to be in shelters. You know, a lot of them get ripped off and get in fights. They get thrown out because they catch them with drugs and all that kind of stuff. And we got Catholic Charities runs 2 or 3 big shelters around town. We got the Redwood Gospel Mission. Jesus saves, we feed. Is their motto. We kind of do the dirty work. Doing boots on the ground things. So there's quite a good infrastructure of support. There's a medical clinic that just caters to homeless people and stuff. So if you're out here, you know, it's either because you're on substance abuse and you've been fighting or something like that, or you don't like it. A lot of people don't want to be in shelters, stuff like that, especially if it's not raining. But I think the foul weather's coming and they will all be inside. Well, I think I'm going to go over and take a nap. I see my couch is ready over there. Just got time to get one picture this afternoon and wish you all a wonderful afternoon. And as usual, thanks for chooching along with me today.